All right, good morning. It's bright and early, not really, but we are on race day. As you can see, I'm right at the subway station, and yeah, a lot of folks conserving energy, and rightfully so. It's going to be a hot one today, and I know I've said in my previous videos I was going to talk a little bit more about race strategy, but basically my first strategy is to one, finish and survive. The second is to take it out a little bit easier than the easier pace that I had anticipated, because the high temperature just kept getting higher and higher. It's going to be a high of 28 degrees centigrade, which is roughly, for those that are in freedom units, roughly 82, 83 Fahrenheit, which is probably going to occur at like 12 p.m. So it's going to be very similar to summer racing with triathlon when I do my half marathon runs after the bike. So again, I am not going to be PRing this race. I have no intention to, because I've got Ironman Oceanside 70.3 in 3 weeks, or 2 weeks really, after this race. So got a lot of prep to go for that, and I'm just really more or less riding on mate-based fitness. I'm probably going to try to go at around a 6 out of 10 in terms of effort to begin the first 7 to 8 miles, and then try to do a negative split from there based on how I feel. But again, I'm looking to stay conservative for this race, mainly because I need to survive to Oceanside 70.3, and so I'll probably be starting at 7:45, 7:50 pace. Normally my my marathon pace is right around 7:15. So yeah, 30 seconds per mile slower than my normal pace, mainly because of the temperature at start. So I'm going to stay a little bit conservative, because I know electrolytes and fluid is going to be key. They have enabled and enacted some mist sprayers at 8 stations past mile 7, so I'm looking forward to going through each of those, and cold towels or two along the way, and cold sponges. So here's the train. Here we go. Here they're coming. It's probably going to be super crowded, and then yep. So we're going to be like in Tokyo style. So going aboard here. I had a full breakfast, so we're pretty good. Oh boy. It's going to be... Watch out, someone coming out. Someone coming out. Someone coming out. Please let folks through. As you can see, this is very much like Tokyo. This is very much like Tokyo. We're all getting off at the second, 2 stops down.
Oh, suitcases too?
Decimo.
No, I'm not in yet.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Doors closed. I'm in now.
We're in, we're clear. There you go, caught on camera.
Work for sure.
Well, that's the first part of a journey. That's the first part of the effort.
There's a lot of people in one area.
But again, we'll get off at 2 stops, so. But again, with my thoughts going into this race, it's, again, staying conservative, and I'll check back in once I get out of the subway, which is in just under 3 minutes here, and get past security check lines and get into the staging area. So with that, I'll check back in a few minutes. Talk to you then. All right, I'm here at the fountain, Buckingham Palace Fountain, and then we've got a nice north side skyline going in and facing south. Starting to get light out. Clouds are hopefully going to keep on for a little bit, and eventually I'm going to go to drop my bag off here. Yes, this sack needs to go over there, and then I'll take a bathroom break, and then hopefully grab a cup of water, or 2 or 3 or 4, and get ready for race day prep. Already met with the running group, had a photo with them, and yeah, so I can't carry this GoPro with me while I'm running. per rules, so got to stash this away also in the bag. But aside from that, then again, keeping it easy, and then we will get to race start. Goal time, anything under 3.5 hours for not going 100% effort will be great for a very hot morning. A couple of clouds here and there, but again, this is going to be very hot in terms of temperature, so I'm going to be taking it easy, or relatively easy compared to my normal, what would be my marathon effort. I'm going to treat this race similar to that of a half Ironman run. So starting out somewhat conservatively through the first 13.1 miles, and then we'll get on through. So goal is mainly just to finish today without major injury. I know I'm going to chafe, even though I've applied loads of chafing cream and sunscreen. But with that, I'm going to check out here. We're at the bag check-in. So gotta go and check my gear, and I'll see you after the race. Okay, I have finished 26.2 miles of painful, agonizing running. It was hot today, at least for my standards, but overall I felt I did pretty well in terms of performance, holding sub 8-minute miles in the heat, which normally, at least I think it was 71, 72, and it still is around like 75. As you can see it above me, the clouds are still around, which kind of helps to keep the temperature down low. But yeah, it hurt today, not gonna lie. And well, I mean, any marathon's gonna hurt, but this one hurt especially given that it was really hot. I'm hoping that I don't really chafe in the nether region, but at least the armpits have no chafing, so that's a win. And looking forward to a lot of food in the afternoon as well as the evening. And still burping the beer that I'm consuming. And aside from that, yeah, so it was a hot one. And for the most part, we are getting ready to go inside the 27.2 Fest, which is ahead of me. And I will more or less, I'll probably end up bypassing that. I've got to walk back to the hotel. I would say, yeah, I had a bio incident a mile 5.5. I was like, I got to hit the porta potty, and yeah, that was not a fun moment for me. But once I got through that, then I just said, all right, I've got to settle in and see if I can make back the time. I was hoping for a sub 3.5 time, but my watch says 3 hours and 32 minutes. But I was really not aiming to PR on this, at least for today, because it was so hot. So aside from that, I'm going to get changed here and enjoy myself in the afternoon of cleaning up and getting myself ready to go and fly out tomorrow. It was nice to see several folks from the Seattle Green Lake running group do a nice run. I was trying to negative split the second half, but I mean, it was going to be a difficult day regardless. I think I pretty much stayed throughout. I was briefly checking this pace stats in Strava, and I was holding right around 750, 755 miles. And and of course, with it being 70 degrees out, typically with every 10 degrees centigrade, I get faster by about 30 seconds per mile. So I would say that would translate to about a 720, 725 minute mile if it were to be more ideal conditions. So I really went more on feel, which I felt was a really good experience here, because I know Oceanside is going to be pretty hot, at least for the run portion, which is going to be exposed, and it's going to be in the temperature in the 70s. So that stated, yeah, so I'm gonna go back to the hotel and clean myself up a little bit more and get some calories in me, and get ready to fly out tomorrow, hopefully with slightly better legs, but I think it's going to be pretty painful regardless. That stated, that's all I have here, and that wraps up the Chicago Marathon, at least the post-race portion of it. So if you like the content of this video, go and hit that subscribe button for me and click the bell notification for any or keeping up to date with new videos that I post. I try to post once every week or 2 weeks, depending on how busy my work schedule is. And of course, go and hit that like button and go and comment down below if you liked the video or if you've got other things you want to tell me about. So until then, I'll see you in the next one.